What up, guys? Moneymaker here. We are back with another review. Today we're reviewing Tales of Outcast. Now, we're on to the next part of Tales of Outcast here. We're on a continuation of the night detective who just made a deal with some devil or some being, if you recall from last week. He made a deal with some devil, some being, some omnipotent being, probably a demon most likely, and he pretty much made a deal that said, I would like passage, but also I'd like to keep one soul refuge here, and then more later. And we don't really get the details of what he had to pay for that demon's cooperation here. They never state what he's dealt with, just that he states his terms, and then the demon is like, deal, but we don't even hear what the demon's terms are to the guy. Like what does he have to... What's the demon getting out of it other than a shared enemy that they're supposedly fighting? So, yeah, we're about to see, and he came out 5 years later or so. So, yeah, so now we're on to the next part of the Night Detective, which in future chapters, there will be more Night Detective background and more Night Detective lore that we will be discussing and going over and reviewing. But anyways, let's get into this. So, the Night Detective, Lost Love. We are gathered here today to remember our lovely sister in Christ, Zuri. A light extinguished too soon from this world. We will always remember her kindness and cherish her memories. We know she is looking upon us from heaven. It is with God's grace that we can move forward in this world without Sister Zuri. Ooh, a priest died? Or, okay, interesting church. Is this the Church of Demon Hunters, or is it something else? Because this church has, well, maybe it is a church, but it's a special church. I don't know. Interesting character. Interesting female character there. Okay, so we got a church. I'm pretty sure this is a cult. But this church, since it's pretty massive, I'm assuming that lots of people see it. So it is part of some religion. Must be an offshoot of Christianity or whatnot. Let it be us who comfort the sister, the children, and the husband. Okay, so we got, looks like a Nick Fury lookalike in the lookalike. Looks like we got Nick Fury in here. Okay, I don't know who she is. Is she a relative? I'm assuming so, and she's probably one of his first crush, or probably someone that he had to let go doing his business as the night detective. Okay, so it is just a regular church. Okay. What fooled me was the fact that there's all these cloaks and robes up top here, you know? Like, well, some people look like they're wearing cloaks or hoods over their heads, while others look like they're just standing there as regular humans. So maybe, I'm assuming this is an offshoot of Christianity in some form or something, but I'm not sure yet. We'll have to wait and see. It looks like the Templar, maybe. Yeah, it might be a Templar place, possibly. Tap. Phoebus, hello, old friend. Oh, the principal! Oh, the principal from Erma's school knows the night detective? God, this is just getting more and more interesting now. Okay. So now we know. Okay, so these people must be all connected in some shape or form. Which is interesting to say the least, but not really considering what the principal held as a secret. And sort of like, kept hidden in some ways. Was the rat people. She was a damn good woman. I always wonder how a sourpuss like you ever managed to marry a woman like Zuri. Oh, he was actually his... Oh, okay. He was actually... that was his wife. Okay. She must have died a peaceful death then. You must have had God's help. God damn, the friend just chewing you out at the wedding. Like, God damn, how did you end up with her, boy? You must have had some help. I'm here to offer you my most sincere condolences. If there's anything you need or wish for anything, just let me know. I'm here for you. Oh, that is great. That is wholesome. Can't say that I know how you feel, but we won't win. Not like this. Okay, wait. Who are you trying to win against? Is there a bigger force at large in the Erma universe? Well, I don't really know, but it is in some way, because in Spirit's Blossom, we learn that there's this invisible man. I'm assuming it's the invisible man because everything about him is invisible, and he just has a cape and then a top hat on, very British top hat, and I don't know if that's the grandfather in a different form, but I don't think so. I think it's something else. But he's like murders people in the hospital that are interacting. Well, not murders, but like he walks in on a nurse that's like, sir, what are you doing? Because she's like, she can't see it, but she just sees an invisible, like, no face, but something floating, and she's scared. And then all of a sudden, the elevator door closes, and then they open the door, and behind him, you see both nurse and janitor just instantly dead, splattered guts all over the place. And then he's walking out. And then he walks on top of the hospital building, stands up, and like looks like the eye of the hurricane with circular clouds, and says, "Your move!" Literally screams it out there with arms wide open like this, says, "Your move! It's your turn!" And I'm just like, what? But apparently this supports the theory that some bigger force is at hand here, and Erma is somehow involved with it. But I can't say what. But based upon, if you recall from my summary of Erma's powers, it seems like Erma is very, very powerful, whether it be for good or bad, and both sides are trying to win her over, it seems like. A grandfather himself is personally hoping that Erma takes over for him and keeps on what he's been doing. But Erma probably won't. I'm hoping that Erma beats the grandfather's ass for imprisoning her cousin's husband or father, because of the father scaring him off in the first place. And then like, oh, you left, even though I scared you off. Now that you left, that I scared you, I'm just gonna take you back and I'm gonna lock you in a chamber all by yourself, chained up. And you're just gonna sit there, live forever, while I just come down every so often to tell you all about how your daughters are doing and everything. Without them knowing none the wiser that you actually came back. God damn, but anyways, I don't think they're talking about the grandfather in this. They must be talking about someone else. And we're gonna have to wait and see who that is, it looks like. Oh, those are nice. Doves flying. Okay, let's speak more Spanish, or is this Latin? I feel like it's Latin, but a mix of Spanish. So let's do my best here. Sancti Michael Archangeli. Yeah, this is Latin, I think. Defendi nos in prolio contra nequentam et insidious diablo, whatever, diabli, esto pres demon imperit illi deus supplicis de precamer tuque principis militis calistis santanim aluxque spiritualis maligonis quae ad perintinium animarium pervagantur in mundo divina virtutu in infernium Detrude, amen. I butchered that, but I did my best. Okay, so Latin Church, got it. We're all going to need you soon, even if you don't know it. You're not a monster, but I am a monster. Night Detective, I guess the Night Detective is a monster, technically, because he's a human, a powerful human, apparently, in some aspect that could end the world, as we learned last chapter. Like, he could apparently end the world if the forces of evil got a hold of him in some way. And, but he made a deal with a monster or a demon, and, now, apparently Phoebus knows that he made a deal with the demon or whatnot, so that's interesting enough. But he considers Night Detective considers himself to be a monster because of that, but Phoebus is like, you're not. Because Sisworld needs a monster to keep the other monsters at bay. You're not wrong. You know what? Morally speaking, you're not wrong. If it requires a monster to tame other monsters, and that's the only solution, which I don't feel like it probably is, but at the point in time, it probably was for him. And, yeah, so he's decided to become a monster in order to keep every other monster at bay or get rid of them, pretty much. So, yeah, that's about it. But I rambled on for a bit, part of this chapter. But, I know, but it's crazy. We're learning more about the Erma world. We're learning more definite things about it, as in the Invisible Man is part of some evil organization or evil conspiracy that's out to, like, destroy the world or something, or like tyrannical rule, world domination in some form. And the Night Detective is there because he decided to become a monster to stop that evil organization or whatnot from becoming world dominating or whatnot, to put fear into the hearts. And he's old, he looks old, but like, I don't know how much longer he's gonna live, but he's probably gonna live for a long time. And yeah, so maybe next week we get another Night Detective story, or maybe we get a different story. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, this was the Night Detective Lost Love. So with that being said, we learned a lot about the Erma universe. We learned a lot about the Night Detective. We learned that he had a wife who died, probably of natural causes, and he had to give her up or whatnot, or like always away from her because he had to fight demons or whatnot and become a monster. And Phoebus apparently knows the Night Detective, which is a surprise considering that Phoebus also knows Erma, and the Night Detective also knows that Erma exists, apparently, in some way. At least, if I am correct so far, nothing has been confirmed yet, but based upon my opinion, the Night Detective in the Erma comics that's drawn, and the Night Detective in this, well, we don't know he's a Night Detective, we just know he looks like a detective. And comparing him that to the Tales of Outcast Night Detective, I'm not 100% confident that they are the same detective, but they might be, whereas one is more drawn serious and aggressive and like more imposing, instead of the detective that we met in the Erma universe, where he's a bit more plump and a bit more, doesn't look like he does a lot of fighting, in my opinion, when you look at him. But if this guy is the same guy as that detective, then that's an interesting thing upon itself. But it would make sense because this Tales of Outcast Night Detective is drawn by a different guy than it is in the Erma universe. So maybe the Night Detective for the Erma universe drawer decided that, hey, you can draw this Night Detective however you want. And maybe they're the same, or maybe they're different. We won't know until we get more confirmation later on. But anyways, I've been rambling on long enough. I know you don't want to hear it. If you made it this far, thank you. And remember to check out the links down below. And remember to like, comment, subscribe. And as usual, I hope you have a wonderful evening today.